Good day, everyone. Update on the 10-gallon Skittle shrimp tank I've got here in the kitchen. As you can see the happy Budda there. This one started off with a whole bunch of Skittle shrimp from April's Aquarium in Vancouver, BC. Didn't really know what to do with this tank in the beginning. It was just sort of a hodgepodge of, let's see if I can zoom out. Just a hodgepodge of leftover stuff that I had. I had put them in there just to hold them. And they seem to do so well in here, I just left them in here. What can I tell you about this tank? This tank was started in October of last year. It's got a dual sponge filter on the glass on the side. There's also a large sponge filter just sitting there on the right side of the tank. It's not hooked up to anything. It's just being seated. It was an old filter I started this aquarium with, and I've never taken it out. And then just some other media there to help with the biologicals. This tank here is absolutely covered in duckweed. I did go and introduce spider plants to the top of this tank. So they're now helping with the quality of the water inside. Excuse the reflections. I can't do much about this as it's in my kitchen, just sitting up on the counter here. So you can see there's no wall against it, just looks out into the living room. I've got an old marine light. Light just hanging there in between just to add some lighting for the plants. There's a money tree beside it, but let's see how these guys are doing. Oh, excuse me. Okie dokie. Let's see if we can zoom in here so you can actually see some shrimp. Oh, there's one. Again, this tank started off with, oh, there's my hand, look at that. Sorry about the reflection. This tank did start off with just some Skittle snails, some mixes, basically culls from the fish store, sold at a discount price. I bought 10 of them, and now there's probably just over 100 shrimp in this tank, and they're all doing remarkably well. This is pretty much a set it and forget it type setup. I got that. Everybody's got that one piece of hardwood or wood in their tanks that just refuses to float. Well, there's mine. But as you can see, the shrimp in this tank here, let's see if I can show you, spend most of their time up here at the surface in amongst this duckweed. And you see a shrimp coming out. There's another one. There's literally hundreds of shrimp. Another one. And they basically graze at the top of this tank in amongst the duckweed. So, you know what? As much as I don't like having it, I just leave it there for the shrimp. They seem to absolutely enjoy it. Again, hanging out on the side of the glass. This tank here is filled with babies. They just keep breeding and breeding, and yeah, I pretty much do nothing to this tank. Let's see if we can find some more here. Yep, there's some more. Just wiggle the surface and down they come. There's a yellow one. There's a nice blue one. So anyways, quick update on that. You can see the not much flow in this tank at all. That is something I'm looking at changing. This filter basically just gurgles out a little bit of water. The top plants are doing most of the purification in this tank here. Not a lot of light gets through to the bottom. I don't have any plants growing in this tank or anything. Again, I just got some a little tiny bit of I tried Java moss, but for whatever reason, it all died, which upset me a little bit, but life goes on. Again, it's just natural algae that's growing in the bottom of this tank right now. The shrimp are always grazing off of it. They seem to enjoy it, so I leave it for now. Anyways, that's an update on the 10-gallon Skittles tank in the kitchen / living room area. Onward and upward. Let's go. We'll check out the other 3 tanks.